Now that I can't. That aired. Oh, I don't have any sound. I don't know what's going on. That's really weird. Maybe if I take off this camera here. I don't know. How does that sound? I can hear something. I don't know. All right. Anyways. All right, sketchbook heroes, sketchbook warriors. We're recording already. So there we go. We are going to get drawing about the challenges, take on challenges, take on. There we go. Let's go. Let's go with this. All right. Let's go back to our screen and start drawing. Now, for drawing, you can warm up with just circle shapes because everything's made up of shapes. My favorites are circles and squares. You can draw just about anything with circles and squares. So if you practice drawing these circles and squares, that really helps as far as a warm up. All right, you should be warming up every day. There's going to be warrior warm ups, and those warrior warm ups are going to be really good. I think we're going to draw old drawings and just do that for today. I don't know what's going on as far as the sound, so I don't hear anything. I feel like I'm in the dark. So we're just gonna go with it. Let's start off with something easy. I like these bears, these bear shapes, and these are great just to draw. Just to draw these shapes again, these circle shapes. Again, and that's actually a good exercise as well as you draw these ovals and circle shapes. You know, practice drawing them and making them smooth and not sketchy. Be careful with this sketchy stuff like this. You can do that when you're first starting, but you want to try to make solid shapes. And then from here, you can, like anything, we break things into parts and a whole. So we look to see the parts. We're going to draw this bear right here. He's angry. I don't know. There's a lot of things to be quite hot. So if we break this in half, the eyes are below that half space. And let's break this into fourths. We need to learn to see the parts and the whole. And then right in the middle of that is that nose, that circle nose, right in the middle of that side, maybe a little bit higher than the middle. Let me lower it right there. You got that circle shape. And I'm using a ballpoint pen. And I will turn on the things in a bit. All right, and then we have a triangle. Again, we're starting off simple. We will be going a little more complex with our drawings. So we're starting off simple here. And then we've got the eyes. Now the placement of the eyes are not quite center. They're a little bit on the inside of center. So if you try to break this in half and this in half, I can kind of see the eyes are on the inside of that side right there. And then not just circles, but there's that little angle that's broken down there. And it's a little bit thicker because he's got some anger stuff happening. Things aren't working out. But we're back. I can't wait till things get regular. Things will get regular. We'll get our computer fixed. I'll have sound. I don't hear anything. So we're just flying in the dark right now and just having fun. Just have fun. While being respectful. I think some people were not being respectful. So this brings out the angry eyes right here. I'm going to bring the eyes a little bit closer to the center than the one are there. Those are actually centered. This one's closer to the middle, and then a little bit of highlight. I'm keeping that highlight, and this funky bear. Then we've got a circle. There's overlapping here with this circle. Notice I have got that shape, but then let me zoom in a little bit. There it is, this bear circle shape right in there. And you got to practice. You got to find your level. If this is too easy, just practice, find your own drawings. If it's too hard, I can try to simplify, but I mean, you really need to practice just your shapes then. Just practice your shapes, practice drawing your shapes. The more you practice that, the more you'll progress. And the faster you will learn with your drawing. All right. Yeah, some people wanted to show their video. I think they're gone. Let me see how many participants we have. We have about 100 that were supposed to sign up. Let's see. I don't know if I can see them. There we go. Participants. We have 33. Wow, awesome. Awesome. 33 people out there right now. Okay, so here's another bear. Let's try that bear real quick. Simple shapes, again, simple shapes. Practice your shapes and even just practice even drawing circles a bunch. And then you can actually use your imagination and turn these into something else. Even a little piggy if you'd like. little ovals. There's some cartoon character that's from the Mario Brothers that has a lot of circles and ovals in it. Let's see, little piggies. This is good warm up, good practice. If it's too basic, then we need to move forward. So we'll let's make it. Let's make a smiley pig. There we go, big smile on this one with some eyebrows. And then I'm going to draw this sketch. This is just a sketch. And see, we can change these shapes, like this piggy sketch. If I wanted to change the shape of the face, I can make it more like a pear shape. And then, here's a different piggy. Ooh. He's more surprised. There we go. Those shapes. And it's really the placement of everything. If we draw a square and break that square into fourths, that really helps, with getting a character started, because the eyes can go in here, right? Eyes can go in here, make him a little bit sleepy, right in the middle of those two squares. And then we can add, if you want to add it bigger or smaller, you can add a nose. This is a simple U nose. And then maybe some eyes like this, like, hey, eyebrows over that. And then some cheeks, and then back up. And the mouth is usually about as wide as the eyes. There's a lot to all this stuff. All right. Let's get back to the bears. I just wanted to do this really quick because there's somebody that does this. There's an artist he's really good. And he came up with a square way of drawing faces. If you want to put hair or whatever you'd like on these characters, to really quickly come up with characters using that square. And your proportions come out really good. Eyes are usually in the center of the face. So here we go. Let's finish this bear. Let's do this bear, and then we'll move on to the next level. We'll see next level right here. So in the middle, right in the middle, it looks like, yeah, I can see that where I had drawn it before. There's that muzzle. Then up in here, looks like it's an oval shape. Looks like it's an oval shape. And then we have the mouth. Yeah, I've been having quite a few challenges in my personal life and computer life. So yeah, but we're back and soon to be on weekly. So I don't know how soon, probably in 2 months or so. I'm not exactly saying when. I've got to straighten some things out. But we still keep at it. We still keep at it through the challenges. Make it a habit. Yeah, this book was really good, actually. It talks about that, making it a habit. Let's see, where's I put some. Follow the joy, embrace your mistakes. That's really good. And some great, silence your inner critic, because we are our worst critic. Start with the right mindset. It's really important to start with the right mindset. I mean, if anything, that's what makes you a warrior. You really want to be a warrior. Like, okay, it doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter, as long as, I'm practicing and with our steps, you will improve your drawings. You will improve your drawings. And that's just practice makes progress. And looking for shapes and just practice that stuff. There's a whole bunch of lessons that we're putting together, but it's taking some time, taking longer than I'd like. All right, I think we're done with this bear. He looks like he's a little whiter in here. I can see he's a little wider. And these are little nuances that we can probably try to pull. We can pull in here, in this space right here. It looks like it's a wider down there. We can do that. Pull it out, especially if we're, sketching. See, we can just slightly put a little bit of a bulge there, change that bear. All right, there he is. All right, let's go to something a little more challenging. I don't know if we're going to go with this one. This is definitely more challenging. I like that one. We'll keep this one, but I have some other ones. Let's see. Oh, this is even more challenging. Look at that one. Let's go with one of our old drawings. Our old drawings, we're just recycling here. Look at that. And then you start drawing people and figures. But you got to know your level. You got to take your challenges. You got to do the best you can. I really like the drawing. I thought I can't see it. Where did it go? Our next drawing. Our next drawing. Which one is it? Oh, Popeye. Oh.
What, Prince?
we can
I
do
know
this
you
one.
want to eat.
Really simple. It's simple, but there's the shape has things to it. There's a lot of things happening to it. So why don't I'm going to screenshot that and put it in the chat. I usually do that. I haven't done that. So let's, I don't know if I can do that. Let's see if I can screenshot it and put it in the chat. No, it just disappeared everything. Everything just disappeared. Oh, shoot. I can't do that then.
Okay, I'm going to feed you.
All right, well, I can't screenshot then. If you want to screenshot it on your own, you can screenshot it. I am not able to screenshot it. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll draw it. And this will be the last of our beginning drawings. It's not that easy. This one's easier. But, we'll get it going. And then, oh, I think, I'm trying to find one that I was kind of liked. I don't know where it went to. All right. Oh, this is it. This is the one I wanted to draw. That one. So we'll draw that one, this one, and then we'll get a little bit harder. We'll draw another one. Take a little break. So let's go with our bird. Now our bird, you can see the height compared to the width. It's a little bit taller. It's a little bit taller than a circle would be with the same height, same width. So just slightly taller. And then it has this side is pretty straight. It has this swoop down, and it opens up wide at the bottom. So let's see if we can do that. I'm going to start off with the circle shape, and then you can see how that as a sketch, just to get you started. There's our circle sketch, and then it's a little bit wider at the bottom. So I'm adding clay. It's almost like adding clay, a little bit wider at the bottom, and then I'm going to bring the top up. Bring the top up, and then pull it forward. Pull it forward. So here it is, like that. But then I'm pulling it forward, And the more you see how these shapes are like clay, and you can kind of see, that really helps your drawing when you start observing and seeing like, oh, okay, kind of like a circle. How is it the same? How is it different? You want to compare and contrast, see how it's the same and how it's different. And here we have the shape. Here we have the shape, pulling this forward and then bringing it down. Right there's our shape of our bird. And it's if we break this into fourths, use the fourths. This eye is way up in here. This eye is in this section right in there. Let's see if it fits in there. This little pupil. And then the little beak right across from it. Cute little bird. And then we've got this chicken wing. That's actually, I'm going to sketch in the feathers in here. The feathers are kind of like this oval shape right in here. And actually comes in almost at an angle. But I see this oval shape kind of cut off with an angle right in there like that. And then on top of that, we've got our tear shape, which is kind of like a circle and a triangle. It looks like a cone, but it's a circle and a triangle that gives us this tear shape. It's like a teardrop. See the teardrop? Teardrop shape. It looks like an ice cream. And you can actually, let's see, we can make it more of an oval, give it a little bit more light. And darken up our screen here. There it is. All right. Looking good, looking good. All right, we're at 28 people. Awesome. Thank you for joining us. We're here every month, the first Wednesday of the month. Last month we had 4th of July, which kind of messed with us. So Warrior Wednesday didn't happen on a Wednesday last month because of 4th of July celebrations. We actually went to go see a concert in the park. It was, yeah. Anyways, and then that was on July 3rd. I think it was July 3rd. It was the day before, so I couldn't do it Wednesday. All right, now let's get this tail in here. This tail is really interesting. There's 3 parts to it. The big part, 1 oval, 2 ovals, and then 3 ovals here. like that. And it's inside that shape. Notice how it's inside that shape. You got to see the parts and whole, and should all learn to kind of go back and forth, seeing the oval shape and seeing the parts and how they all fit. And then we can just go ahead and just add this kind of like there. There, 1, 2, 3, and then it attaches itself. All right, so Art Battle is back. Art Battle is back, and I'm joining it again. Art Battle. We had a lot of support from everybody last time. It is this month, so actually it is this month. I don't know if I'm gonna make it for Art Battle. I need to wait to get chosen, but we have 20 minutes to paint something, and it's sponsored this year by Sharpie the markers. Sharpie the markers, which actually would be really nice to do this in marker. Let's see, they would sharpen this up because right now it's really sketchy. It's really sketchy. You can get a marker and kind of, you know, sharpen up these lines, make it look nicer. But you don't have to. You can keep it a sketch. You can keep it as a sketch. Now, I wish I could hear people, but we will turn on. Yeah, I don't hear anybody. We will turn on the chat room. Oh. All right, let's get to the next one. Our next drawing for the night, if you want to screenshot it. There it is. Screenshot that one. All right, so here's our screenshot. Screenshot that one. And then we're going to go to a harder one after that one. We're going to go a little more challenging. We should actually, I should let you vote on which one we should do next. I kind of liked, let me see. Yeah, we're going to do this one. So if you want to screenshot it or even draw it on your own, you don't have to follow my steps. You can do it on your own. The important thing is to practice, 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 practice. You know, practice. That one's a pretty cool one. If you want to screenshot that one too. We've done this one. These are all ones that we've done in the past. Oh, okay. This is really cool. I like that one. We can probably do this one next after that one. Let's see which one. Yeah. Try to keep these in order. Then there was one more before we get to the harder ones. As you can tell, we're actually getting a little more challenging with our drawings. We started off with simple shapes. Now we're going a little more complex. This is like a circle shape again, but then it's a little bit wider at the bottom, a little bit wider. If you make it a perfect circle, that's okay. That's okay. You can see these shapes and how they relate to each other, how big this shape is compared to this. You can see the body, the head compared to the body. It's probably the body's probably a little bit smaller than the head. So if we take that measurement, we always make these comparisons right there. You can see how big the head is. And if we bring that down, there it is. See, the body is a little bit smaller than the head space. Got to make these comparisons, right? Same height, same width. Look at that. But the body's a little bit thinner, a little bit not so big. All right, let's do this one. Cute. No, there's no expression. If you'd like to put an expression or draw a bunch of these, you can draw more than one. Don't just draw one. Don't do the one and done. That's what my students would do. One and done. I'm finished, mister. No. Practice, practice, practice. You got to practice, practice. Let's bring out some more paper. Here we go. Bring out the paper. There we go. I should put it side by side. There we go. There we go. All right. And that's another thing you could do too. If you want to go side by side when you're trying to draw something for accuracy, this is really good. This is a good tip. Just kind of go see the top and get the same size. Go across here, across there. So it's going to be about the same height. And then here you can actually, you know, or you can, there's ways to do it measuring with using your pen. All right, here we go. Here's our circle for the head. Should be in that space. And I can see it's a little bit wider there, and I'm automatically doing it a little bit wider at that bottom part. But it's pretty close to round. It's pretty close to round. You can see how I sketched this one. And this one actually has like a little bit of a shadow or something. Wow, I really feel like I am in the dark. Next month, I'm even thinking of maybe even getting a new computer. I don't know. My other computer just totally died yesterday. Totally. It had been giving me trouble, and then just I took it to get a tune-up at Staples, and then I brought it back, and it worked for like a minute, and then it was out. It just. I'm like, thanks for the tune-up. All right, so you can see this really sketchy lines. If you want to make them sharper, that's better. You want to aim for that. Aim for making nice, clean, sharp lines. But if you don't get it, that's okay. It's something you shoot for. I'm going to break this square into fourths. This breaks it into parts because the eyes are here, and the eyes are at an angle right below the middle, Need to learn how to eyeball and the halves, the thirds, and the fourths. Those are the only fractions you really need. Fractions, yes, fractions. So you can see the eyes kind of coming at that angle there, and that angle there. I can see the tops, the bottoms, and then there's one here, and then one there. You see, get it to line up. I did some guidelines. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see my guidelines. Ooh, it's lost some of the clarity. There it is. That's came and went. There it is. See the top line, bottom line. Yeah, I need to get a better camera setup too. Redoing all this, we're redoing everything. I really want to produce quality videos, practice warm-ups, but all in time. All right, now the heart shape, you need to learn to see it as a shape first. Like here, this big shape right in there, and see the space it's going to take, right? You can see that space. And how's the heart made up? The heart is made up of two different circles. We have this is the space that it's going to take, and then we have one circle and two circles. Sketch them in there, and then it just comes down to a point. And there's our heart. But this is the way it's constructed. So we're constructing it. We're putting it together. We're constructing shapes. This is a compound shape, right? It's made up of, it's like a compound word, like playground. You put playground together, you get a new word. This is two circles and kind of like a triangle. We put those two circles in a triangle together and we get a heart. I'm going to shade it all in so you can get rid of our little construction lines. I'm going to make it a little bit darker at the bottom, just so it looks like it's glowing. Let's see, I can do that. And then let's draw the body. There's a little line. I guess it's like a balloon. There's a little line that goes to the hands. But let's get the body in there first. All right, let's get the body in there first. So the body is attached. Notice how it's attached. Don't go right to the ends. It does come in here, right in here, right? It's attached right in there. And then I already know it comes down to here, right about there. And then the feet, is it right? Let me see. Yeah, I'm just eyeballing it. And the feet should come down to about there. Oops, down to here. Let's zoom out a little bit. Zoom. Yeah, really sketchy, really sketchy. You can clean it up a little bit. You need to, depending on how clean you want your drawings, you know, you can erase or just keep it as a sketch. It's just a sketch. It's a little sketchy. And then we can put this like little shadow line in here. And then I can really quickly with a ballpoint pen really have, it's an amazing instrument, technology, whatever it is here. The precision of it, the precision of this ballpoint pen, I mean, you can see, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing really quickly, and the spacing of each of these lines right in here, and it just shows up. There it is. Went a little dark there, and I think it's because of this ink. There it is. All right. So we've got a little bit of a shadow. We need to round this out. That looks pretty good. There's the head. Let's do the body. The body's, it's kind of like again, a compound shape. It's a rectangle, not exactly square. It's a little bit longer. The ratios. It's a little bit longer, and it's rounded. It has these rounded corners. It has these rounded corners. You can imagine a circle in there. The circle would probably be something like that, and there'll probably be some overlapping. This circle is probably smaller. Yeah, there we go. There's the body. And then we do the hands. One hand is, I can do it lightly. Do it light till it's right. If you're not sure, if you don't have that confidence, you want to build your confidence and build your drawing, right? Because we're unsure. And we got to believe. That's huge. Sometimes you don't believe, oh, I can't draw. You hear this. I hear this all the time. Oh, I can draw stick figures. I can't even draw stick figures. I can't draw a straight line. I can't in the pants. But you got to practice. You can't until you practice. You got to practice, right? It's so important. All right, so here we have the arm. It's going to come out at an angle, and then it comes back in about the middle here. And this one's on top. And then here, this kind of looks like it's got an oval, this oval shape. It's this oval shape. Let me zoom in so you can see these hands. Oh, this one is easier. This one is an oval shape like this. It looks like a spoon. It's a little bit thinner maybe at the top part, that part. And then this arm kind of comes back and then is attached up here at the head, right, as it turns. There's one arm and a hand. And this one has a little bit of that oval shape, but then it curves. It curves. All right, our drawings are becoming a little more complex. We're going to do our cat next, and then we'll see. We'll see what we'll do next after that. Something a little bit harder. Take on the challenge. Take on the challenge. All right, so you can see this kind of looks like a squash, I think. I think it looks like a squash. All right, and then it's attached to the arm. It's attached to the arm. Thickening it up a little bit. There. And then we've got a line. This line should flow. The line should flow from the point of the heart. And then if you're not sure, do it lightly to the middle of the hand down here. And it should flow. It should flow right there. So do it lightly. And then once you think it's right, then you can go darker from there to there to there. It doesn't go all the way down. The feet are down here. We're almost there. If you need to thicken stuff up, thicken it up a little bit. The thickness of line and the quality of line is important to think about, and it's something you sometimes struggle with. Depends on your tools, and getting to know your tools. So here we go. Then we've got the feet. The feet are coming in at an angle, right? So the feet come in at an angle. So, can you see them? Right, there's a slight angle to them. So they come in here and then they come in at a slight angle. Slight angle. And then there's an oval that is actually, I would say, a tear shape. It's like a tear shape. Remember that tear shape we did earlier? It's a circle and a triangle, and it's attached to the foot. There we go. It's a circle. It's a shape here. And then the more you practice drawing, the more you'll recognize these shapes. Like, hey, I know that shape. Oh, I know the height and the width. And here, I know this angle. This angle here. And let's do that other shape in here. This one's not so. This one looks a little rounded, more rounded. It could be a circle. And then add that, attach that to the leg. There you have the foot. All right. All right. We are at 30 people. We have 100 people that signed up. Amazing. We do have a YouTube channel. We do have, if you go to sketchbookhero.com, sketchbookhero, www.sketchbookhero.com, you can get to a lot of our stuff there right now. There's other websites that we're working on, Sketchbook Hero, and then you'll see our sketchbookhero.com. You'll see a video there. Click on the video. It'll take you to the YouTube channel. Right now, we're still working on getting things organized. Subscribe. We need subscribers. Subscribe, like, comment, share. All right, there we go. That's why we're doing this. And then when I get the warm-ups, the warrior warm-ups, we're gonna put them on there. And each warrior warm-up will be at a different level, and you just warm up. And actually, those warm-ups are gonna be so at a different level. So they're gonna be numbered 1 to 100. I think there's I have 100, but you really only need like 50 warm-ups to really improve your drawing. So you'll know where you're at because they get progressively more difficult, like these drawings. Here's our drawing I'm going to be doing next. It's definitely progressively more difficult. See, this is a little more challenging, but we're going to do this one. Okay, we are going to do this. I'm going to break it apart into shapes and to the parts in the whole. And here we go. All right. So if you want to screenshot that, there we go. You can screenshot that. Let me. I'm going to probably throw on the chat. So I feel like I think
Prince,
it is
not
time.
yet.
Let's see. Turn on the security if you want to throw something in the chat.
I'm going to draw this cat.
I'll turn on the chat again. So there we go. And if you have questions or I don't know what's. Oh, Enoch's in the house. I see some regulars that I haven't seen in a while. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I can't hear what's going on. So I'm really in the dark today. Yeah, there we go. Hi from Phoenix. All right. Hello, Phoenix. Hello, hello. There we go. There we go. Now I don't feel so so alone. All right, here we go. All right, so we're gonna do this cat. Now this cat, notice this, it's just an oval, and someone's got their mic on. Really? Wow. Shoot. I don't know how they did it. Let me see the chats there, the mics. I don't know. I don't. Oh, okay. Hold on. Zoom user. Ah, it's Zoom user. There it is. Oh, he probably had it on before. There you go. Once in a while, I hear a person. Okay, there he's gone. I think it was me. All right, now I can see yours. There we go. Whew. Oh my gosh, it's always a challenge. It's always a challenge until we get regular. Until we get regular. Once you get into the flow, Once we get into the flow, then you're like, oh, okay. But sometimes it's a challenge. Sometimes it's a struggle. And if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So we're going to start off with that oval shape. Oval shape. And notice the height and the width. The height compared to the width. You can actually even start off with something like this. Get that height and the width. That little plus sign, a little cross. And this kind of helps. And I don't know, I probably see like maybe even 2 circles in here. 2 circles. It's about 2 circles, and it goes a little bit wider. Yeah, there we go. 2 circles. Now, what I love about circles, it gives you the same height, same width, so we can draw this really big or really small. And this, our proportions and ratios will be more accurate. So there we go, 2 circles right in there. And this is the structure. This is the structure of this drawing here. We've got 2 circles. There we go. Seeing the parts, seeing the whole, going back and forth. All right. And then we've got the eyes. These eyes, we're going to break this into halves again. The haves and the have-nots. Half, half. We're going to break it in half, half. Right in there. You got to see the half, the halfway point. Halfway point, halfway point. And that's where this eye is. And I think, yeah, I'm going to center it. As I think my axis line, this axis line is a little off. That's okay. But, oh, just echoing, it's echoing that circle shape. And this one's not, this one's more of an oval shape, the top one. The bottom one's more of a circle. If we're really looking at it and really being, discerning and really seeing it, this one's a little bit longer and this one's a little bit rounder, right? As far as the eyes. Eyes. So I can adjust that, make it a little bit. And I'm looking at this space here too and how it fits in here, right? The space between the space that's not there, the negative space, it's called the negative space, and how big it is. Because if your eyes are too small, then it's gonna look off as well. So it has to be this right size, and notice how it fits in that space. All right, so here we go. There we go. Paintings in the last 2 to 3 months. It's fun, but that is more color oriented and not making shapes so much. So yay. Yeah. Well, Yeah, I'm actually started this one painting here. Let's share it real quick. It's not enough space. This is a big painting. It's not that big. Actually, the final one is going to be way bigger than this. It's still there's a kid that's going to be here. It's still just getting started. This is just getting started. I'll share next month. Next month. All right, let's continue with this cat. Catastrophe. All right, here we go. It's a cute cat. Let's get the other eye in there. So it's we've got our center. We've got the center right here. So it's going to be in here. Notice how wide the top one is, and then the bottom one as well. Should be right in there. Kind of getting the feel of it. I don't know. I'm going a little bit higher than I have it there for some reason. Well, it's all good. That's a good spot. I like that eye. That eye. Sketch it in. Really sketchy. And we got a nose. We got a nose. The nose. Yeah, find it actually. Yeah, since I did this a little bit higher. Yeah, I don't know. I think I am doing a little more accurate than on the because it's off. Yeah, these drawings aren't exactly. There's more space down here. This eye is higher, and I did do it a little bit higher. Actually, probably could, and you can still adjust if you need to bring this down a little bit more. Make those adjustments. Watch the spacing. I can probably, yeah, if I really wanted to it's like adding clay, adding a little bit of clay there at the bottom. Yeah, it's fun. Somebody says, I do love this cat. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, me too. All right, and he's got this sideways look. All right, so we've got part of a circle here. It's just that looks like a shark fin. And if we actually draw the circle, imagine the circle, then we can help draw this, because this is really just two circle parts to make the shark fin. There's two circle parts, and I won't go into them because this is more intermediate now. More intermediate. We're not at the beginner level. It's a little more intermediate. So I'm not breaking it down. I'm not going to break it down. You got to see that. And even look at this as maybe even a bird. It looks like a beak. Here's an eye. There's another eye, right? Or another part of the bird, I guess. Let's get that other ear in here. This other ear a little bit that way and that way. Cute cat. All right. Yeah. So hang in there, hang in there. Thanks for joining us. We're going to, I'm going to have, I've been saying this, but it is definitely been a challenge. But take on those challenges. Take on those challenges. It's not always easy. Take the courage and then, embrace the mistakes, because then you'll grow from there. All right. The heart, there's a nose right in here. I can see it's right about in there. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you can see what we're talking about. Right in there. I'm looking at between the eyes and on this side of the center. Here's our center. It's on this side. So that nose, and it's like a heart shape. It's a heart shape. There's a little heart shape right in there. Heart shape on its side. There's the nose. Well, we did a heart shape just recently on our last drawing. So I'm not going to break this one into parts. And then you have the center part and then the mouth. This is the center part, and then the mouth part comes in. Let's zoom in a little bit more so you can see what I'm talking about. And it goes into a smile. Into a little, there's that, there's the mouth, and then it goes into a cheek right in here. There's a little bit of a cheek. There. That's the cheek. This is the mouth. That's the center of the nose. If you want to shade the nose, you can shade the nose, but leave a highlight in there because it's shiny. The nose is shiny, so we're just gonna leave that top part right in there and darken this bottom part. All right. Yeah, we'll probably do a whole bunch of drawings in the next hour. Yeah, this is gonna finish up this hour. We'll stop the recording and then we'll see how maybe even that'll help with our sound problems that we're having. I don't know what's going on. All right, so this eye, the pupil is in this bottom half. So if we break this in half, in this bottom half is the pupil. So you have the pupil, and then there's a highlight in here, which I kind of just killed a little bit, but there's a little bit of a highlight. I'm bringing it back, that with like a letter H. And then, oh, I think there was another highlight here too that I just wrecked. I had a little, oh, where's my whiteout? I do have some paint. That would be not cheating, but there's a little highlight there that I missed as well. And then once we have that, that's our pupil. Our pupil can go dark. We can shade that pupil. I'm going to be at the OC tomorrow at the Orange County Fair. There's a band playing there, one of my favorite bands that I've seen several times. I've seen this band several times. I've seen them like 7 times. It's a cover band. They cover Queen music. So yeah, Queen at the OC Fair. So if you see me, say hi. All right, there we go. There's the eye. The eye of the baby tiger. So we got the highlights. There's a circle there. It's really a circle with a circle on top with a little bit of rectangle. Let's see if we can do a better job on this other one. Let's try to keep the highlights. That's the challenge. Trying to keep the highlights white because that's the white spot. So there's a white spot there. And then here, it looks like there's an oval shape instead of a square shape. More of an oval shape at the bottom. And then that circle pupil goes on top. There might even be a second little oval shape. Now here we go. This is a concentric circle. No, this is a little bit higher. So I'm looking at the eye, this eye here. It's a little bit higher off center. You can see it's look at this spacing around our circle, right? This pupil is a little bit bigger than that one. All right, so let's get that in here. Let's see if we can get it. Try to get it as round as possible underneath our highlights. That's the hard part, getting it underneath the highlight. So there's our highlight. There's my circle underneath the highlights. And then shade. Yeah, there's overlapping. It's one of the ways artists create space. Because you're dealing with a flat surface. Artists create space. And here we go. Cute cat. Curiosity, asking questions. They say curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. So there's more to that saying. Yeah, curiosity, you got to be curious. You got to be careful when you're curious. Yeah, because curiosity can get you into trouble. But it's awesome. It's learning. We kill the curiosity and kill the creativity in students. And the thing is to try to keep that curiosity alive. Picasso says everybody's born an artist. The challenge is remaining one. The challenge is to keep going. Even when you're struggling, even when you're not liking what's coming out, just keep going. All right, we're doing the inside part of the ear on this side. Notice how it goes from thick to thin. Another little shark fin. And then this whole bottom part is a little more parallel. The bottom part is more parallel. So it's looking at this line that's below it and then going above it. That. So you're not only just drawing, but you're looking at what's there and kind of like, okay, is this too thin? Is it too thick? Right? All right. It's looking good, I think, yeah. We've got a little fur and detail to do. But yeah, the head's there. We're ahead of the game. All right, let's see. All right. Sketchbook Hero. I don't know, it says Sketchbook Hero there for some reason. I don't know, that's weird. All right, we're down to 28 and still plugging along here. Let's see, here we go. Hopefully our scammers and bombers have left. All right, so right where the neck is, right where the neck starts at the middle of the cats, a little bit, I would probably say a little bit of, right at the middle, a little bit above to make it look a little more natural, I think. And then the body. The body is, I would probably, if I were to simplify it, is like this triangle. This triangle that kind of points out because it's the chest. So let's get the bottom of this cat. The bottom of the cat. This is the bottom of the cat. Bottom of the cat. And then over here we have a circle. The circle, notice how big that circle is. That's part of the tail. And then this bottom of the cat, and it's taken, and this is just, you can draw this lightly, but this is the construction. This is what I see as far as underneath. This is like the framework of the house. Because now I can add these shapes, this neck onto that shape. And then I can see how thick it is. I can probably thicken it up a little bit, widen this part up a little bit more, push it out. Because I can actually see, I can see where I have it here. And then these feet kind of come straight down. There we go. These feet kind of come straight down. There's two angles here, one angle there, one angle there. And I can see this almost like a turkey leg, chicken leg. And then it opens up with the feet that are down here. All right, let me zoom in so you can see the body that we're doing here. What a bummer I can't hear anybody. So, oh well, we'll just have to struggle through. Sometimes it happens. I know, you just imagine, we all have our senses sometimes. Some people lose some of their senses, the sense of sight, sense of hearing, and you don't appreciate that until it's gone. It's like, oh wow. All right, so there's this the pelvis part. It's kind of like a rounded shape in here. I'm bringing it out, trying to give it form, some form on these shapes. See how it flows, and it. If you look here, it looks like a moon shape in this negative space. You want to look at that space as well to kind of help you with the drawing. And then here, this is that back leg that kind of goes right in there like that. Probably a little bit wider. That's all right. That's good enough. That shape in there. Yeah, it's probably going back a little bit more. These feet do come out as well. There's one line down the middle, up the middle. And then these feet, there's these paws, which I kind of lost in there a little bit, this paw. All right. We're going to start off with a pretty tough drawing on the next one. Really tough drawing that was submitted. And then we'll keep it going. We'll see what else we find. You got to practice observational drawing and drawing from life too, not just copying. So you got to practice drawing from life, which is totally different. We should probably do that. We should probably actually go into the line art. All right. There's a website that has time drawings. That'd be cool. All right, so this tail is not just a circle on a stick. It actually comes, if you notice the bottom, kind of curves up and it curves around, kind of like that, and is attached. And more like that, more like, let's see, try to curve it. Add a little bit of a thickness here. See that little bit of thickness and taper. Taper, a little bit of a taper. Taper means it's going thick to thin. A little bit of a taper. There's the tail. Looking pretty good. All we need is some of the detail. Detail goes last. Try to see the big shapes first. I'm just shading this tail in with this pen, shading it in. I can shade the body in as well. It's a black cat. I think my neck is a little bit longer. I can widen this up, and also there's some hair. There's some fur. It's not hair, it's fur that's coming out right there a little bit. There's a little bit of fur, and then there's fur up on. Let's start with the fur on top of the head. There's some fur on top of the head. I would say probably 2 or 3 little triangles. There's 1, 2, and then man, let's put a 3rd one just for the heck of it. 3 little triangles, and then a shade them in. I don't know. This whole cat is, I think, is black. I think it's definitely darker than what we had here. I'm just going to really quickly put some shading on it with this ballpoint pen. And then shade this cat really quickly. It actually even gets rid of some of our guidelines and stuff in the background. We'll give some color. Practices our shading. This is good practice of, cross hatching, making these hatch marks. See, like real with shading. So it's really good practice for even for the advanced people. And then there's okay, the fur on the bottom of the cheek. On this, let's do this top part. It's just basically in and out, like a saw. It looks kind of like a saw. These little teeth. Bring it out like that. There we go. And this takes some practice. You can see mine isn't the greatest example. Let's try this side. But yeah, you can get the idea. It's kind of like this. That's what's happening there. Let's do this side as well. Give it some Furby. There we go. 3. And then shade it into the cat. I'm shading it into the cat. I'm giving it, some more shading. All right. And maybe some more down as it comes down here. All right, that looks cool. Shade the body. The body is looking supposed to maybe a little wider. I don't know. It's all good. I'll just put a quick hatch. Look at. You see, this takes practice. And it's not scribbling. It's really just back and forth, like really quickly close lines together. And that takes some practice. See, if I want this center a little bit darker, I can cross hatch it in a different direction. Really light. Cross hatch it again, different direction. And it looks like it goes in and out. And let's see a little bit of hair on the inside of this ear. And we're done. Ta-da. All right. All right. Nick says it's amazing, isn't it? Isn't it? It's all just shapes. There you go. That's so cute. Bam. How off were we? It was a little different. Yeah, I can see the difference. It's okay. It's not a big deal. But that's with practice. And if I had them side by side and I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you want to shoot for accuracy. Sometimes it's just shooting for fun. Just do it for fun. Doing it for fun. All right, let's go to our we're going to do a really tough one. This was submitted by one of our students. Let's see if I can find it. It is on our it's on the meetup. Let's see. Let's see. Did we lose people? Where's our drawings? Is this next week? September 4th. No, that's not the one I want. No, I haven't announced that one. All right, just a second. All right, hold on. Actually, let me pause this recording and then we'll get it going. Let's pause. Stop the recording. All right, yeah, let's stop it.